All right, Shalom. First, like to start by saying our praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh, double honors to the elders and the apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. This is credible terror threats. Major cities across the West are canceling New Year's Eve events, right? This was Esau's agenda to bring in the migrants and then eventually declare them as terrorists or harmful to the U.S. society. Remember, he brought the migrants not only from Central and South America, but from all over the world. As well as it was his agenda to start these wars in these various countries and blame them for certain terrorist attacks. The whole Jewish versus Islam. All these are agendas that Esau, the white man, set up. The elites that run the world, though. Those that are within the branch of the Illuminati. That's all at the top. That's worth the billions, hundreds of billions, and trillions, hundreds of trillions of dollars. Yeah, so everything, all this was set up, but this is a way, this is just them prepping everybody because eventually they will have a terrorist attack happen to where they can lock the U.S. down, and help further bring in their new world order. As well as this being the Lord's agenda, because Jake them comfortable. They go right back to celebrating these demonic ass holidays, regardless of what they got going on in their life, if they got the money or not, or regardless that the truth is out here ultimately, So the Lord is bringing this place down, and He humbling the people. The elect going to eventually humble themselves and wake up, because they're going to acknowledge that this is the Lord and that the game plan is over with. 2/3, it's eventually going to be destroyed because they're going to get caught out there in their folly. They're going to be taken in their own devices. And the heathen, y'all all going to die anyway. Y'all going into captivity as soon as y'all are birthed into the kingdom of heaven, And with that being said, I'm going to press play on this video, and then I'm going to add some precepts.
Officials are sounding the alarm ahead of New Year's Eve. Law enforcement agencies warning this week that large celebrations, including fireworks events, could be an attractive target for terrorists, saying there are no specific threats, but they are monitoring risks such as vehicle ramming attacks or the use of drones. And in New Orleans, city officials are requesting heightened security after the FBI stopped a threat targeting Border Patrol agents. Authorities say the suspect is allegedly affiliated with an extremist group known as Turtle Island Liberation Front, the same group tied to an alleged New Year's Eve bomb plot in Southern California. 4 alleged members of the group have been charged with conspiracy to use a weapon of mass destruction, providing and attempting to provide material support to terrorists, and possession of unregistered firearms. According to court documents, the defendants described plans they intended to implement following the New Year's Eve bombings, including their plans to target U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE agents, and vehicles with firearms and pipe bombs to take some of them out and scare the rest of them. And overseas, 7 countries are canceling their New Year's Eve plans, citing safety concerns.
So a heads up here for everyone out there that looks to go out and celebrate in public for New Year's Eve. They're saying these threats are all over the place. And again, New Orleans and Chicago, the top of the list here in the United States. But this goes for anywhere and everywhere out there at this point when you've got this many cities canceling celebrations and issuing these threats. So I'll leave a link. Join me for the live stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, where I'm talking about this and a lot more. And also on New Year's Eve, right here at Dabu77. Much love.
Yeah, so they just recently passed another terrorist law, if I'm not mistaken. I have to get that information. I read through it real quickly, so I didn't really get to pinpoint everything, but I'll just not be able to bring that out. Yeah, this has always been Esau's agenda. The word terrorism just means government control, basically. Uh, uh, um, so yeah, I don't want to make this long. I'm gonna come back, how about this out later and go into specifics, and I'm gonna try to make sure I have that law as well. This is Micah chapter 2, verse 1. Woe, meaning destruction to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. Right? The elites are devising iniquity. They want to bring in a new world order, population all around the world to be 500 million. It's no coincidence. France just said they thwarted a terrorist attack. Russia got terrorist attacks happening. Things like that. They all work hand in hand. Russia just don't want no part of their new world order system. So Russia has their own agenda, you know. But Al Qaeda was started by the CIA. Them terrorist groups were started by the CIA, and a lot of people they declaring and deeming terrorists are people that's fighting against them from coming in their country trying to take over as well. You know, so it says, and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it. This was all a plan from the elites for these things to be taking place the way they are. Even the terrorist attacks, the agenda, them using the think tanks. So it says, because it is in the power of their hand. They do have the power. Job 9:24. The earth is given in the hand of the wicked. He's ruling the world right now. He got the resources to do so. Well, they're going to be eventually destroyed. That's all that means. And they're going to go into captivity in heaven for 1,000 years as well before they eventually eradicated, done away with. There will be no more Edomites in the kingdom of heaven after that 1,000 years. The Edomites represents the white people, so-called white people, the Caucasians. Psalm 64:1. To the chief musician, a psalm of David. Hear my voice, O God, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the wicked, from the enemy. Damn, same people. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. That's their secret counsel to bring in a new world order. From the insurrection, the uprising of the workers of iniquity, right? You know, because they got all these plans that they got going on to help bring the new world order, and it's ultimately to do away with the nation of Israel, man. Who wet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. They change the scriptures, try to fit themselves in the prophecy, fit themselves as being the people. They call themselves the Jews, and they're not the true Jews. That they may shoot in secret at the perfect is the Israelites. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in the evil matter. The evil matter is to bring the new world order. These terroristic warnings, these terrorist attacks that didn't happen, all of these things were done by them. Why? Because they want to bring in their new world order. They don't have the full cap on it yet. They will never get the full cap on it, but they already got laws passed. They already changed the names of organizations. They already got certain systems in play. The G6 is supposed to be the help implementation of the RFID microchip, the MOTB. So this very much well could be the year. They commune of land snares privately. They say, who shall see them, right? They don't believe anybody's seeing them, but the Lord is watching them, you know. So with that being said, call Allah Yahweh Shema Rashai, by Shema Kakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.